everybody. This is another episode of News on the Spectrum. My name is Martin K, and today episode gonna be about Thailand. That's right. What do I know about Thailand? Thailand is a country in Asia, and they neighbor with Burma. I think they call it Myanmar itself nowadays. And the capital is Bangkok. They are famous for their beaches and prostitution. That's also a fact that a lot of people are going there for prostitutes, and they also famous for their fighting skills. Yeah, that's the capital of Muay Thai. And that's right. They know how to kick. They know how to use their knees, elbows, all this kind of stuff. What else do I know? Uh, Main export of Thailand. Hmm. I don't know what kind of export do they have. Probably spices, I guess, because, for instance, I know how to make Thai curry. That's right, with coconut oil, coconut milk, not coconut oil, coconut milk, and it's actually amazing. That's right, the green curry is the best. Mm, the main invention of Thailand is creating undercover people. That's right, undercover people, right? You think you're talking to a girl, but no, it's a dude. That's right. Hopefully, you will figure out the difference way earlier than that at the final stage. But if you don't, well, do not throw a fight because, well, they know how to fight. That's right, they can kick you or use an elbow or do something. In general, I never met a Thai person. No, I met one Thai person in my life. Uh, yeah, but nothing remarkable about the lady. Just, uh, just existence. So let's go with the news. The news are coming from the U.S. Sun, and let's go. Sparked out boxer gets electric shock and it's left unconscious in a freak accident even in Thailand for fighters on cannabis. Why do people need to do extra for fighting? Like it's already dangerous enough. Like you get your head punched in, you, know, you get like medical conditions, brain dead. You're gonna be brain dead, and you still decided to do something extra. In this case, they decided to smoke weed and fight, which is also kind of hilarious considering weed is kind of drug that's supposed to calm you down, right? So let's go with the news. A boxer suffered a horror electric shock after winning a fight in a weed. The name is clear. In a weed boxing event in Thailand. Former one championship star Ivan Parshikov suffered the freak accident during his celebration. All right. So there is a photo, and basically he jumped on the ropes and grabbed the electric lights, and he got shocked. Well, not a good idea if you are on weed, but maybe yeah, get punched 1,000 times, and you are high, so you kind of do not think rationally. The Russian fighter had taken this professional record 65 and 0, 16, 5 and 0, but this jubilation was cut short. I think his record changed because, well, he lost to the lamp post. Parishikov climbed up on the rope and looked like he was going to jump into the pool that oddly surrounded the ring. Everything is odd about it. However, as he reached for the ringside light, he got electric shock. Shock me, Amadeus, rock me, Amadeus, or something. His body entirely stiffened before he crashed back down to the canvas. His body entirely stiffened, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I've read that before. Fortunately, he was able to spring back up quickly and continue his celebratory dive into the water. Yeah, man, that's a man of sheer focus and commitment. He got the fire, he got electrocuted, and he still decided to go for a swim. I also do share this kind of amount of love for the water. That's right, I love the water, and I would do the same. No, I wouldn't probably do the same. I would probably bitch about being electrocuted. So this is despite some social media posts claiming he had been electrocuted, which refers to death or serious injury. Yes, I also use this word. I assume it means that just got shocked. But no. Then he got medical attention and everything is all clear. You know what? Good luck for the dude. He definitely used all of his luck by now, and he needs some more. So wish him the best, all the best, I would say. Okay, and another one is from watch out. It's gonna be surprising the Irish sun. That's right. We had the US sun. Now we have the Irish sun. What the fuck was with the sun? It's everywhere. Yeah, today in Poland is like 33 degrees. Elephant in the room. Hungry elephant munches on sweet rice cakes and chicken eggs after barging into grocery store in Thailand. Uh, did he pay? Did he pay? So shoppers find there is an elephant in the room as a package. What the fuck? Pay Pachyderm helps himself to grab at the grocery store. Ah, my vocabulary is way too weak to read those kind of news from the Irish Sun. The US Sun was much more simpler to read. The 25-year-old male munched on sweet rice cake, chicken eggs after barging into the shop in Thailand. Hey, there is a photo. He looks like he's looking for something, right? He didn't like just grab anything. No, he was going for those eggs. So even getting wedged out, the low ceiling did not stop him as he was searching for the aisles for treats without the shopping list. Exactly, as elephants never forget. Ah, someone was fucking quirky with her writing. It's good. It's good. All right, did they charge him? Do he has a card, maybe an account in the bank, or they do only believe in cash? Yeah. Shopkeeper Kamploy Gakev eventually took him to task, ushering the wild animal out of her store. She said, "This was the first time an elephant had visited the store. I hope he doesn't come back." Hey, come on. It's a satisfied customer. The customer is always right. Doesn't matter he's an elephant or not. I was worried about the damage he could cause. He ate sweet, crispy rice cakes and chicken eggs before walking out. Yeah, that's a dedicated customer. He knows what he wants and he got it. I was surprised to see it's eating sweet food as elephants usually search for something salty. Maybe he had a sweet tooth, or sweet tusk. She added, we see elephants occasionally, but they will bother street food vendors for food. But this was unusual. There are some couple of more photos. It is kind of hilarious because the elephant is literally chilling. Like it's not like he's causing mayhem or something, destroying everything. He's just like looking around, taking food, eating, talking to the other customers about the prices, inflation being crazy, and so on. That's right. And now is the time for news from Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia still doesn't exist. Okay, people, now is the time for part two of the news. And by the way, I know that in general I'm uploading the podcast on Sunday and today is Monday. It because I was on holidays. That's right. I was on holidays. I was looking at hippies and wondering how the fuck you are a hippie while you are driving a Tesla truck. That's right. Okay, so let's go with the second part of the news. We spoke about the elephants. We spoke about what we talked about. We spoke about elephants and something else. Oh yeah, the boxer who touched the cable or some shit. Okay, so it's coming. The news are coming from the smart local Thailand. All right. A man lies in a coffin to review its coolness. Hey, it's probably a cool dude. People these days reviews all kind of products on social media to provide the information to viewers. As seasoned media professionals, we like to think that we've seen it all. However, a coffin review is something different. Yeah, it's kind of hard, to have a positive review from fucking coffin for coffins. Like the people who use it in general do not complain. Well, maybe they are vampires. A TikTok video recently went viral as it showed a man who was clearly alive, literally chilling in a coffin. Netizens are amused by this live man lying in the coffin. That's its coolness. And you know what? Like this weekend in Poland was like 33 degrees, and if coffin would be cool, I would probably lay in it too. I do not give a fuck. Sometimes hotness is way too much, and I do enjoy hotness despite my general gingerness, which makes hot being my mortal enemy. TikTok user not gonna say the name of the user because it's too long. Uploaded said video of the man sleeping in a coffin. As seen in the video, the man suddenly opened his eyes, possibly surprising the viewers. They were probably walking. Hmm. In Thailand, they have really strange funeral traditions. Look. They put him in the middle of the village, and the guy just opened his eye. Oh, I'm sorry, I was just sleeping. What you want? The uploader told the news reporters that the person who laid in the coffin was a technician who had to test the coolness of the coffin before selling it to the customer. Maybe he was selling to vampires in Romania. After the clip was released, numerous netizens, I don't know probably the name of the town, left amused comments. Okay, I want to do it in the summer. The body was blinking, whatever that means. Seeing a man suddenly open the eyes in the coffin is undoubtedly a startling experience, even if you already knew what they were doing. The review is even more interesting as we hadn't known the kind of work that goes into creating a coffin. That's right. Nobody knows how the coffins are made. It's a secret. If you if you tell this secret to anyone, you will. That's right. Lay in a coffin. Okay, and the last part of the news, Pattaya news, people, Pattaya news. That's right. And so, drunk man fearing pursuit gets stuck under the table in Pattaya Eatery. Pattaya, Thailand. In the Sawang Boribun Rescue Center in Pattaya, received a report of a man injured and trapped under the gas stove. Stand at the local eatery on Sai Chok Nun, rescue volunteers promptly rushed to the scene. Upon arrival, they found Mr. Sotsai, last name withheld, uh, with abrasion across his body, covered in grease and grime. Visibly intoxicated and incoherent, he was wedged beneath a cooking table entangled with the base of a gas stove. Relatives and bystanders had managed to partially free him before the rescuers arrived. Emergency personnel provided first aid and urgently transported him out of there. According to his wife and relatives, Mr. Solseha was drinking heavily since the evening and it was in a state of delirium. Alright, so basically what happened, the guy got drunk and happens to be that he thought he was pursued, people running after him. Hey, you know what? Throw a rock if you've never been so drunk that you thought that someone is following you or chasing you or whatever. So, before the incident, he lit the incense and candles, seemingly performing the ritual to seek forgiveness, though no one could discern the reason. Oh, that's a moral hangover, people. He probably did something bad, or he didn't, or he exaggerated. He expressed the fear of being pursued before crawling under the table, where he becomes stuck. Well, my advice is drink with your friends. Do not drink alone. It's never ends well. He remained unresponsive. They tried to get him out, prompting relatives to help and the neighbors and the rescue services. So there was no clear explanation. Yeah, there is a clear explanation. As clear as vodka. It's alcohol, people. Alcohol. It's fucking ruining your brain, and you can be thinking about some weird stuff. I remember I did some crazy things on alcohol, and I also thought some crazy things on alcohol. And you all know what? It wasn't me. It was the alcohol. It was also me. I'm pretty sure like every abused substance is just like uh, taking the humor you in, the mood you in at the moment, and just make it to the hundreds. So the guy was probably in the forgiveness mood, and he forgives so much he even brought the ghost from different worlds who starts to chase him. Casper the ghost, or I don't know any Thai names. Tony, something like this. Anyway, people, do not drink alcohol or don't drive or don't do anything. Basically, just lay in your flat. Lay in your flat, do nothing. That's the safest way to live this life. That's right. All right, people, that was the news from Thailand. My name is Martin K. Like and subscribe. And if you have the news from your country which are funny and you want to send it to me, there is going to be an email in the description. All right, people, take care.